So this is day 13, this is the last day of the game. So our task today is to try and find the real Queen's Knight. So Will is very concerned about what will happen if we don't find the knight. So we're not getting any advices from Will for what we need to do. Now, again, this day you really don't need to do this, but you can gather up your men to discuss strategies, although everyone will just raise their hands and say that it's all up to you, so just so you see that. So everyone is actually telling us that there is nothing that they can do. We need to sort this out ourselves. So what we need to do, we need to go to the monastery again. We need to put on the ring that commands the water. And now these spirits come, they are spirits of the water, and we can talk to them. So the spirits tell us that there is actually a prisoner held in the tower of the monastery. They bring us this boat, and they tell us to use the boat and follow them so that they can guide us to where we need to go. So now it's very important to follow the spirits exactly where they go, otherwise you'll get lost in the fog and sometimes they go up, sometimes they go right, sometimes they go left. So actually here there is a small Easter egg, but it gets triggered very difficult. If you go one screen to the left, the monks, they will throw down a stone. There is one point where they will throw down a pig. It will still kill you, but it's very funny. But because there is no way to trigger it easily, I won't spend any time trying to show you that Easter egg, but I'm telling you that it exists. So here we come to this area. We see that there is an ivy here. This is this, if you see in the manual, you will see that is the leaves of an ivy. So what we need to do, we need to spell the druid name of the ivy, which in this case is Gort. So G-O-R-T. So now we can climb the ivy and go up in the tower. So here we find the real knight who is being kept prisoner in the monastery. So the knight doesn't trust us. He wants us to prove ourselves that we are we are truly his friends. So now this is a hint. The knight says, if you are truly Robin Hood, you know what I require of you, and if you are not, to Hades with you. So we know that the real knight actually expects us to spell out the password for him, so he knows that we are really Robin Hood. Now, one thing we need to do to get the full score at the end of the game, we need to give him the letter from the fourth knight. He will still not believe us. This we need to give it prior to giving him the password. If we give him the password before giving him the letter, that means that we won't get the points from giving him the letter. So so at this point we need to spell out for the knight the password again, which in this case is sword. So now we are missing 100 points to get a perfect score. So this is an arcade sequence, so we better save the game. So climbing down, save. Now it's important to play the arcade sequence. If you don't play the arcade sequence, you will not get the final 100 points needed to get a perfect score. As you see, we have the full score, 7,325 points out of 7,325 points. We have given all the ransom to the true knight. We still have 34 outlaws, so we didn't lose anyone, and we also have Lady Marian in our sight. So I think we did quite well. Well, as I said, I did this walkthrough trying to explain with very few words as many things as I could about why you were doing the various actions you have to do in order to beat the game and get the perfect score. I really like understanding what I need to do in adventure games, not only in terms of just getting through the game and finishing it. I find no pleasure in that. I much prefer that I actually understand why I'm doing some stuff. So I really hope that you like this walkthrough, you like these videos, and if there is enough interest, maybe I can make another replay and deliberately try and get the lowest score possible with the lowest ransom, and see what But that will end. Um, well, I thank you for watching. I'm gonna now keep quiet and let you enjoy the epilogue of the game. As I said, the music in the game is something which I really admire, and it saddens me that no many games can reach you know, it's a game that you cannot really put into words. I mean, it's an amazing adventure game that uh, I often play. So now King Richard is having a trial to decide our fate. Now, the actions of whatever we did throughout the game will weigh against us or in favor of us. So let's see how we did. So everybody has spoken. So as you see, the way that you treat people who you encounter down the street will affect the end game. I think most of them talk nicely about us. I don't think we will have any issues. We do have a perfect score. So. So we managed to save all our people, we managed to save ourselves, we got a knighthood, and we also got the lady. So this is the best possible ending. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it like you did.